Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. And in this one, I want to talk about the new monsters. We just got a brand new trailer thanks to the digital event, and they now confirmed another 3 monsters coming to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Of course, one of these is a returning monster, 2 of them are subspecies, but this now expands the roster, giving us more things to fight and more things to look forward to. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Let me know in the comments down below which of the newly shown monsters you are most excited about. And of course, don't forget to keep it locked for plenty more Sunbreak content. So to begin with, as a super quick recap, following today's announcement, the roster of currently shown monsters for Sunbreak now includes Malzaina, Garangolm, Lunagaran, Astalos, Blood Orange Bishaten, Shogun Senator, and as of today, they've now shown off Seregios, Aurora Somnicanth, and Magma Almadron. So let's turn our attention to those 3 monsters. Seregios, of course, is a fantastic return. This was the flagship monster for Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. It's described as a large flying wyvern with sharp scales called blade scales all over their body. This will have been one of your first exposures to bleed back in the day, so of course whenever you got struck by those spiky blades, you would either need to consume the appropriate food or just crouch in your place and hope for it to go away. But Seregios are well known as extremely territorial and belligerent creatures, often engaging in intense combat against other large monsters. They say you should be especially careful when they launch their scales from their body. Some of their attacks cause the bleeding status, draining the hunter's health, and they have a wide variety of attacks. And again, as a reminder, one of the most awesome things about Seregios, not only was its cool looking armor, but the weapons had a really unique mechanic whereby when you rolled, you were able to sharpen them, or at least of course provided you had a bladed weapon or like a melee weapon, and this was a really nice addition. So I'm hoping this mechanic still works its way back into Sunbreak. Either way, seeing Steve back, Steve of course being the fun name for Seregios, seeing him back in Sunbreak, he will no doubt have some more moves to sort of combat the fact that hunters are a lot more agile than when he last combated them, so this is going to be exciting to see. We then have 2 new subspecies. The first one is Aurora Somnicanth. I really liked Somnicanth as a monster initially in Rise. It was definitely one of those monsters that was really cool in design. It had fantastic looking armor and weapons. Unfortunately, it was one of those sort of lower tier monsters, so it wasn't something you gave too much attention when you got to a later game. However, having a master rank version, Aurora Somnicanth puts an icy twist on its sleepy cousin. They say light illuminates the dust scattered around this subspecies, making their fantastical appearance shimmer softly. Aurora Somnicanth sprays icy blasts in place of sleeping powder, and attacking all who dare to enter their territory. Definitely has some pretty brutal looking attacks, so cannot wait to fight this one. And then finally, of course, we have Magma Almadron. This is definitely the one that I'm looking forward to fighting the least, because it looks to me like Levasioth and Almadron had a baby, and your boy does not like fighting Levasioth, nor do I really like fighting Almadron. It's a really cool monster, I love the design, but it can sometimes be a bit of a pain. However, Magma Almadron are said to live in the lava caverns, manipulating rocks. Unlike normal Almadron, they secrete a special liquid that melts the ground, allowing them to move freely throughout the earth. So, as you can see, that is a little rundown on the currently shown brand new monsters. Also, as a little bonus during the digital event today, they showed off a little bit more about Malzaina. We actually got to see it in combat, got to sort of see some of its moves. It's definitely looking like it is a pretty lethal, pretty aggressive monster with some far-reaching attacks. Described as an elder dragon covered with elegant silver scales, it drains the life energy of other living creatures, creeping around at night and attacking its prey from behind. Though Malzaina appears regal at a glance, it takes on a more sinister appearance after draining enough energy. And of course, if you do get inflicted by that, there is a blood blight status. It says that some of Malzaina's attacks cause blood blight. This reduces the hunter's natural health recovery, gradually drains their health, and decreases the amount of health recovered by items. On the other hand, when the hunter attacks a monster in this state, they will regain health proportionate to the amount of damage that they have dealt. It's basically a tug of war with Malzaina, with both sides' life force at stake, which is definitely a really interesting mechanic. I'm also very excited to sort of see what will happen with the armor set, because sometimes when you find mechanics like this, they can often work into the weapons and armor, so maybe there'll be some interesting interactions. Anyway, for the time being, that's a look at the new monsters shown off today. Definitely keep it locked on the channel because we have plenty more videos coming, lots of things to talk about. But for the time being, that is it. If you've missed any of our recent videos, be sure to check out one of these ones linked on screen. And again, stay tuned to the channel for plenty more.